Hello YouTube, this is Angie Sims. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a little bit, been busy. We had some family here, so that was fun. Haven't been feeling well these past couple days, but we're getting there, In this video there's gonna be a couple things we're gonna talk about, all about books. We're gonna talk about two books, physical books that I have recently gotten, as well as 8 ebooks that I had recently gotten. Now there is more ebooks than the 8 that I'm gonna go over that I have gotten, but because this is gonna be such a big video, the other ebooks will be for a later time, maybe like in the next video or whenever. So there's that, and then we'll talk a little bit about the one book that I did finish reading in July. Only one book, not my greatest, but July was kind of busy, kind of hectic for me, so there's that. And then there is one book that I'm currently reading, and I will go over that book. That will go along together with my August TBR, what I plan to read for this month of August. Will I get through all of it? I don't know, but I will try. So, I figured we'll go ahead and start with the ebooks. You can see here we got Simba here. He wanted to say hi and be in the video. So without further ado, and I'm gonna be showing you the ebooks through my tablet, just because the colored screen, that we can see the covers better than if I just show you through my Kindle. It's black and white, and because I use my phone, I don't really have a way of editing to actually put images up on the screen like most YouTubers. I would love to do that one day, and it's just not right now. But anyway, so the first ebook that I got is and sorry if you see me looking down a lot, I do have a list of them written down on a piece of paper here, so I can go through that order along with my tablet. So the first book is called When You Bake with the Enemy by Laya Hunai, I want to say, and I apologize ahead of time if I am not saying the author's names right. Now this book is currently, the ebook version is currently free on Amazon, which is why I purchased it. It was free, and the cover is adorable, and I'm a baker. I love anything that deals with baking, food. That's just me. So this is book 1 out of a total of 5 in this series, and the summary, which I'll try to read quickly, is Jamie O'Callaghan might have bitten off more than she can chew. When her boyfriend cheated, Jamie did what any rational math teacher would do. She moved 3,000 miles to Rothburg, the alpine jewel of Oregon. She can live with the town's weird obsession with the sound of music, and Mrs. Fogelhaus's Stalin is to die for. But when her principal assigns her a baking class she needs help with, she teaches calculations, not cooking. Rothberg's golden boy, Dylan Mead, should be the solution to her equation. The culinary genius is handsome, loaded, and would do anything for his hometown. Helping Jamie teach a bunch of kids to bake brownies should be a piece of cake. Except he wants to demolish her classroom to build his bakery. But Jamie's not about to throw in the towel and return to Virginia. She's not going to let a silver spoon pastry chef torch her class, and she's definitely not going to let him melt her heart. Watch out, Dylan Mead. This mathematician's got your number. So I thought that was pretty cute, deals with baking and a little romance there. I've been trying to get into romance. I've always been into just like straight mystery and thriller, and then I was introduced to middle grade, and now I'm just trying to get myself into, romance, and as you've seen in my previous videos, some Christian fiction. So yeah, this sounded like a really cute story. So I can't wait to get into that when we can. This second book, I actually received it this morning. I'm trying to look it up on the tablet here so that you guys can, see the cover. So I had requested a copy of this book through NetGalley. Now, if you're not familiar with NetGalley, it is a website that you can go on. You create an account, it's absolutely free. And on there they have, I want to say all of the upcoming books, but sometimes some of the new books don't get on there. I think it's depending on the author's choice with the publisher. And you can go on there and you click on the book that you like, and you can see the summary, and then you can request a ARC copy of that book, and it's up to the author and the publishers to approve or decline that request. They will get back to you to let you know if your request was approved or not. If it was not, they give a reason why. And I've gotten a lot of ebooks through that in the past several years. Most of these is how most of my ebooks is basically where I've gotten them from, was NetGalley. So this particular book is on NetGalley. It is not out yet. It is going to come out August 28th of this year, so the end of this month. And it is called Meet the Parents by Emily Shiner. Now, I saw this on NetGalley. It was listed as a mystery and thriller, and I liked the cover, but I really liked the summary, so I'll go ahead and read it here quickly. We're so excited to have you here at our home. My boyfriend's mother smiles at me a little too wide. His father's eyes are hard at the edges. It's like they're hiding something. But of course, I already know that. The mother, stay-at-home mother Marta, lives in her successful husband's shadow, overlooked by him ever since her darling son Owen went to medical school. She's not about to let the beautiful Gina take Owen from her. Marta will play nice, get Gina to trust her, and then she has a plan of her own. The son. Owen is already certain he wants to marry Gina. She's perfect. They just have to get through this weekend, and then he'll propose. Sure, his mom can be overprotective, but Owen knows why. He knows what she's hiding. And the girlfriend. Ever since purposefully running into Dr. Owen Whitlock at the hospital, Gina has been playing the doting girlfriend. She didn't mean to fall for Owen's charms for real. Now she's finally meeting his parents at their sprawling, secluded home. Gina knows all about the terrible secrets this family is covering up, and she'll do anything to make sure they never find out who she really is. By the end of the weekend, the Whitlock's beautiful house will have burned to the ground, and someone won't make it out alive. Yeah. So when I read that, I was like, this is awesome. But the other thing that really was brought to my attention that made me want to get an art copy, and then, thank you to the author, thank you to the publishers who, sent me this free copy of the book. I cannot wait to read it. Is there's a blurb here that it says, Meet the Parents is an absolutely unputdownable psychological thriller that will keep you up reading late into the night. Fans of The Housemaid, The Girl in Seat 2A, and The Perfect Marriage will be totally hooked. Now, I've read The Housemaid. It is awesome. I do own The Perfect Marriage. It's currently with the rest of my books down in Florida. I'm still working on getting everything up here. So yeah, once I saw that, I was like, okay, I need to get this copy and read this book. Yeah, so I can't wait to read that one too. This next book is, I believe, it's a cozy mystery, and I got this through, I want to say I got it through Amazon, but I could be wrong, and I don't really remember exactly. But I think it's a romance. It's romance and mystery into one, I believe. Hold on, we'll find out just a second. Okay. So, I did not get it from Amazon because I see here it's listed at $5 right now on Amazon, and I got it for free, but I don't remember how. This might be one of the books that I get as part of this cozy mystery book club that I'm a part of. I could be wrong. I might be confusing it with another book. But anyway, it's part of a Rain Sun mystery series, and this is book 5. I have not read books 1 through 4 yet, so I need to look up to see if these are supposed to be read in order, because I don't have the first 4. But this is called Sunny Mates and Murders by Anne R. Tan. Let's see here. And the description here, very small. It is a cozy mystery. It says, sunny days ahead, but this amateur sleuth may get burned. Graduate student Raina's son thought being a fake fiance to an acquaintance would get her closer to her deceased grandfather's journal, but instead she wound up cloistered in an elaborate country estate, surrounded by members of the Nine Dragons Triad, a multi-generational criminal organization. When the dead body of a rival lands in her lap, Raina must prove her fake fiance's innocence. Amid the hostile Triad members, could she find the conniving killer before she becomes the next victim? And will the secret hidden in the journal come to light? Come on out, the sun is shining. Get your copy of Sunny Mates and Murders today. Reading that is kind of reminding me, I think what happened was I was reached out by the author, and she sent me a copy through email. Sometimes some authors, they'll email me with a copy of their book. I think this was one of the authors, and I've been getting into cozy mysteries a lot more, so I figured I'd give this one a try and see how it goes. But yeah, so this next book, I gotta mark these so I don't get lost. Alright, so this next book I got through NetGalley. This is another one from NetGalley, and this one I am saving for the fall, so most likely either for October TBR or November. One of those 2 months. I haven't really decided as of yet, but definitely sometime in the fall. And really, Simba, really, I apologize. That's my dog. He's eating his food over there and making a ton of noise, so just forgive him. So alright. So this next book, it is book 1 of a new series coming out, okay, I was wrong. It's not book 1. It is book 30 of the Melanie Travis Mysteries. and it is called Pumpkin Spice Puppy by Lorian Brenson. And I just absolutely fell in love with that cover. This one again, I gotta double check to see if they can be, if the series is read as standalones or if it has to be read in order. Excuse me. But this book is due to be released on August 20th of this year. It is a cozy. Again, here's the summary. It's autumn in Connecticut and there's a chill in the air. The fall leaves are a riot of color and pumpkin spice is the flavor of the season. Melanie Travis is perennially busy, of course, but when the owner of a local pet shop is found murdered, sleuthing tops her to-do list. And I thought that was really cute. I love pumpkin spice, love the fall, so I figured it'd be a nice little cozy to read, during the fall time. And yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to get to that one. I'm purposely saving it for the fall because pumpkin spice. Hopefully I could read it as a standalone in the fall and I don't have to read the first 29 books to get to it. But yeah, so we'll see. This next book, I did not get it from NetGalley or Amazon. This one, there was a post by the author of this particular book on Facebook that they were giving out free copies of this book, and it just sounded good to me, so I requested a free copy from them and they gave it to me. It's not popping up on Amazon. Well, this kind of stinks. Let me see if I could try to pull it up on Goodreads real quick, because I don't remember the summary at the top of my head. So, hopefully I can get through this pretty quickly, because my earpiece is telling me low battery, and we still have 3 other ebooks and then all the physicals. So, I'm trying to hurry it up. And the internet here is not the greatest, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It's whatever you can afford these days. And that is our wall clock. So just ignore the little chirping birdie. Alright, so apparently this book doesn't want to pull up anywhere. I don't know why. I'll try one more spot and then we'll just go ahead and move on. And if I ever find the summary off video, then I will definitely put up a video where I'll talk about the summary. Yeah, it's not pulling up, so I apologize. From what I remember, I don't remember if it's a guy or a girl, but their brother ends up being murdered, and they set out to find the brother's killer. And if I remember correctly, the brother's killer is a lot closer than they think they are, and yeah. So, it sounded pretty good when I had tongue-tied, read the summary. Hopefully I can find it later on. I don't have a cover for it to at least show you the cover of it, so I apologize for that. I'll try to find that later on. But yeah. So this next, ooh, my eyes like itching. set of books I got. It is a box set that I got from Amazon, but the ebook version of it. It's a box set of 4 books, and they're all written by Scott Griffin. The first one is called The Patient, the second one is The Visitor, the third is The Pathologist, and last but not least, The Dentist. And they're psychological thrillers, which I like. I got it on Amazon because it is on sale right now for 99 cents, so I figured 4 books for 99 cents is a pretty good deal. And they, first I'll show you the picture, right there. And what kind of spoke to me was this blurb right here. Perfect for fans of Frida McFadden, Alex Michaelides, Jason Rekulak, Helen Fields, Karen Slaughter, Stina Holmes, TJ Brayerton, and Anya Mora. Now, I'm very, very familiar with Frida McFadden. I read her book, The Housemaid, amazing. I do want to keep reading the rest of her books. Alex Michaelides, I have The Silent Patient. I haven't gotten to it yet. I really want to read it. I'll start soon, and I want to read the other one, The Maidens. He's done. And Karen Slaughter, I've heard she's an excellent writer. I haven't read her books yet. I'd like to, and the reason why I haven't is I've heard they can be pretty intense, and I'm not sure if I'm ready for that yet. But yeah, so we'll go ahead quickly. They're considered unpatentable thrillers, so we'll go through each summary for each book. They're really small paragraphs. So the first book, The Patient. John Riggs wakes up in a hospital bed alone with no memory. He doesn't remember his own name or why he can no longer use his legs. Fitted with a back brace, John can't move. There are eerie noises and strange people walking the halls, and John faces a terrifying reality he can't escape. Book 2, The Visitor. As far as Rebecca knows, she's the only relative visiting mother on the dementia ward. So who's the mysterious man she sees leaving her mother's bedside one day? And how does he know their family stories? He claims to be a lonely old widow visiting the elderly patients out of goodwill, but Rebecca fears his motives are much more sinister. Book 3, The Pathologist. A lab assistant in the police morgue, Tate Long, is used to the sight of dead bodies, but this latest victim is someone he knows, his ex. For reasons he can't explain, he doesn't let the authorities know who she is. Her body remains anonymous, but when he finally finds the courage to tell his manager, he discovers her body is gone. Who's taken her and why? And Book 4, The Dentist. Cassie Went's husband is in prison for the murder of a young woman. He claims he was framed and thinks their family dentist is guilty. Cassie secretly films what she thinks is a routine extraction, but what she ends up filming shocks her to the very core and sets off a terrifying game of cat and mouse. Will she be another victim of the dentist? So I really cannot wait to read these, and it's funny because my dad himself is a retired dentist, so that'd be really cool to get into. The second to last book, hopefully it's on here, that I didn't purchase, but I got as a free copy, and this is through a not really a website. It was a kind of like a book club that I subscribe for, called Voracious Readers Only, and it's free to sign up. You just put your name and your email address, and then what they do is they email you books, upcoming books from authors that are somewhat new in the writing industry. And they send you free copies of those books. Actually, no, they let you know, hey, request this book. Here's the title, the author. This is what the book's about. And then when you scroll down, there's a request copy for it, and that goes straight to the author themselves. And then they respond to you within a day or two. Sometimes it's like within 15 minutes. They're that quick with a free copy of their book. And all they ask is, once you read it, give an honest review on Amazon or, wherever you put your reviews, which I think is cool. So this book that I got is called Extinction of All Children. And this is book 1, by L.J. Epps. That's the cover. And it's a total of 3 books in this series. It's a very short book. It's only 250 pages. But I'll go ahead and read a quick summary of it. It is a young adult fantasy novel about a teenager who is the last 18-year-old in her territory. There will never be another child. Every baby born after her has been taken away. Everyone wonders why she survived. Emma is in danger for trying to find out why. And then down below, it says, if this secret gets out, it will be disastrous and deadly for her family. In the end, she must make one gut-wrenching decision, a decision that may be disastrous for them all. And I don't know what that secret is. Kind of intrigued to know what it is. And one of the blurbs for this book, which also made me want to actually read it, besides that summary, it says, this dystopian fantasy novel ignites the imagination and is a must-read for fans of The Hunger Games and the Divergent trilogy. I love both. I used to own the Hunger Games books. I prefer the movies over the books, so I did give those books away. I believe I gave it to a friend of mine. As far as the Divergent trilogy, I have books 2 and 3. I'm trying to get book 1 and 4, so I can read them. I've got the movies, so I'm excited for that. So yeah, I really can't wait to get into this book. And then the very last book that I recently purchased, and this one is what I'm currently reading right now. This one I got from the author themselves. They had a post on their Facebook that they were giving this book away for free. So I was able to get it, and I was really glad to get it. This is available on Kindle Unlimited. It is one book that's available on Kindle Unlimited. This one is called Missionary to Mars by Lucas Kitchen. Sorry about that. And that's the book cover there. It's really cool. Excuse me. The main reason why I wanted to read this book is the way they promoted it is Star Wars meets the Book of Acts from the Bible. So this is a Christian sci-fi, which my husband and I were huge Star Wars fans. So when I saw that, I knew I had to get it, and it was like free. The author was promoting it as free on Amazon. That's what it was. So I was able to get it on Amazon for free. I think it's still free on Amazon. If you want to check, go right ahead. And I showed it to my husband, and he's not a big reader like I am, but he will listen to the audiobooks if it's a good book. And when I showed him this book, he went ahead and downloaded the audiobook version, on his Kindle app, and he hasn't started it as of yet. So I have it on my Kindle as an ebook. He has it as the audiobook. And the description for it is: Eustace Grimes, an idealistic cyber nerd, has to go on the run when his best friends are murdered by the evil Admiral Straff for their faith. Eustace is thrust into a solar system where just the mention of outlawed ideas can get you killed in a dozen creative ways. Since he has no ship, no money, and no connections, he is forced to sneak aboard a rattle-beaten freighter of smugglers as they set out into wild black yonder. He embarks armed with stubbornness and an unstoppable drive to share the gospel with the solar system before Admiral Straff finds him. This unabashedly Christian sci-fi novel mixes humorous characters with poignant themes to create a message of hope, faith, and love that blends seamlessly into a grand space adventure. Missionary to Mars is a family-friendly novel even die-hard science fiction fans will love. And I saw this book had a lot of great reviews. And so, yeah, I decided to give that a try, and I've 21% in already. As of right now, I do kind of have mixed feelings on whether or not I like the book. It does have a lot of humor that I like, but then it also has some parts where it kind of slows down, kind of drags a bit. So we'll see as I progress into the book more. But yeah, so that's all the ebooks that I've gotten. And the 2 physical books that I got. The first one is a cozy mystery. It's book 1 of a total of 5 books that I found out. And this first one is called Bite the Biscuit. Tell me that's not the cutest thing you've ever seen. And it's part of a Barkery and Biscuits mystery. And summary here, it's by Linda O. Johnston. And it says, Carrie's new stores serve 2 kinds of customers, but get her caught in one rough mystery. Now, I love dogs. I love animals. I actually just recently got my certificate to be a veterinary assistant. So seeing this book, and I love anything with baking. So baking with dogs is awesome. And Carrie, the main character, she's actually a veterinary technician. So I thought that was really cool. So I can't wait to get to that book. And then the last book that I got recently is by Frank Peretti, and it is called Piercing the Darkness. Now, this is the second book to the present darkness, which is this one. And I learned about these 2 books by this YouTuber. I want to say her name's Oshana, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I hope I am. But yeah, they're both Christian books. So can't wait to get to them. But yeah, so those are the books that I got. The book that I have finished reading is Keeper of the Lost Cities, Book 2. We need to talk. This series just gets better and better and better. I can't tell you how many times I've laughed, I cried, I gasped, I cheered. Yeah, this series is so much fun. It's very fast-paced. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I want to get through all these books. Because, I know I've mentioned in the other videos, November, the book 9.5 comes out, and I want to get all these done and read, so then I can be able to read that when it comes out. I am still working on figuring out how I'm going to pre-order it. So, yeah, that's book 2. So now, I will show you my August TBR, or what's planned to be the August TBR. You can see his tag here. So obviously, the first book that's planning for my August TBR is the one I'm currently reading, which is The Missionary to Mars. So that's the first book. The other book that I have is obviously Bite the Biscuit, because it is so cute. The next one is a new chapter, which this is, I believe this is a Christian cozy. If not, it's just a clean cozy. So there's that.